Hi Stampers, it's Christy, and if you are watching this video, then that means you are a Stampintx subscriber. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, and I hope you are enjoying the exclusive benefits of being a subscriber. I send monthly tutorials as well as emails, and I just really appreciate you supporting me. So let's get started with today's tutorial. I'm going to be sharing with you how to create this fall family little mini album. But trust me, you can use any designer paper, any cardstock you may have, and create just about every kind of album you can think of. These would be great even for like baby showers. They'd make great wedding gifts, make them in the colors. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Alright, so let's get started with the fall one. Now, for this project, you're only going to need two pieces, I should say, not even sheets, 2 pieces of cardstock. And each piece of cardstock is cut 6 inches by 12 inches. And then you're also going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper that's 6 inches by 12 inches as well. So let me show you what I've got. Here are my 6 by 12 inch pieces, and I've got 1 piece of cardstock and my second one. I'm using Chocolate Chip and Tangerine Tango. And for my designer series paper, I'm using Sweater Weather, and it's just really pretty fall paper. And the best part about this book is you get to take advantage of both sides of the paper. Alright, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your pieces of paper, your strips of paper, and decide which one is going to be your cover. We're going to set that one on top. Now by cover, I mean like this is my front cover and my back cover. The same piece of cardstock is going to do both. Okay, so mine is chocolate chip, so that's going to be my cover. Then I have my next piece of designer paper, so I'm stacking that in next. Then I'm going to grab my other color of cardstock, and then my final piece of designer paper. Does that make sense? So we're just kind of putting the pages in order so we know where to score everything. So let me get my score tool into view. And I'm kind of working with a small little area here, so bear with me a moment. Okay, want to make sure you can see that. So with the cover, I'm going to start with my cover piece. This piece, you're going to want to use the thin point of your stylus. The thick point we'll use on the designer paper. But on this one, you're going to score it at 2 3/4 and right at 3 inches. That's your first score, and what it does is makes this little spine, just like that. So that's our first piece. Our next piece is designer series paper. You can decide which one you want. You're going to score that at, let me see if I can find my marks in here. It's kind of hard with this pattern. You're going to score that at 3 1/2 and then 3 3/4. Oh, and let's be sure to use the larger end, 3 3/4. And you're going to do the same thing. Make your little spine, and that will fit just like that inside. Then you're going to get your cardstock. So this third piece, Tangerine Tango, I have scored at 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. That tucks in like this. And then the last piece, I haven't scored yet, but this last piece we're going to score at 5, right at the 5 inch mark, and then 5 1/4. And then once you score it, you just kind of bend it up to create that little spine. Like so. There you go. Isn't that easy? And all 4 pieces just layer in, and you've already got the majority of the work done. The rest of it is just embellishments and things. Now let me show you kind of how I did the spine. You'll notice on this page, what I did is I poked holes through everything. I actually didn't use glue on this book. You could, I guess, but I kind of liked the way that when I did my pages, see how the spine comes up, that there's some movement there? You just kind of have to play with it. I liked to just tie in my pages together and let it move freely. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my mat and my paper piercer, And all you have to do is stack those up together. See, I'm kind of lining up my spine there. And there really is no measurement to tell you exactly where to poke it. And honestly, you don't see it that much. But I just kind of get a hole started. I try to go to the middle as best I can. But it's going to take a little bit of wiggling and getting that hole. And then I flip it over. And I'll do the hole that way too. And then all you're going to do is I took some linen thread and just put the linen thread through here and tied it on the spine. You can tie it in a knot, you can tie it in a bow, whatever you prefer. Now on my book, after I tied the initial, see that's the initial one that's holding it all together, I then went ahead and opened it back up and just added more linen thread. I just wrapped it around there and then tied it in this little knot thing, just to add a little more dimension. I also used some of the new burlap ribbon for the front. This is some cool stuff in the holiday catalog. I did not have any Tangerine Tango ribbon, so what's really fun is if you have like this white, I had some white organza, I think this is called. I have to look it up for sure. But I had Tangerine Tango ink in my dauber. You just daub it up and you start putting it on there and get it as dark as you want, and then you've got the color of ribbon you need. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see what else. Oh, I used the stamp set also from the holiday catalog called Truly Grateful. Amazing, amazing stamp. And I think I used a couple of the words from Loving Thoughts. So pretty much between the two of these sets, you are good to go. I used the alphabet letters that were die cuts with the Big Shot. And then I just kind of started playing. Just stamping, playing with it. There's plenty of room for pictures and journaling in your book. But lots and lots of fun. So many ideas. Again, thank you for being a Stampintx subscriber. If you have any questions, just leave them under the video in the comments section. Thanks so much.